It's good, YouTube. Cardfight King here. Aqua Life, baby. You already know how it is. So, um, first off, as you guys know, I live in the Washington D.C. area, and literally, I'm waiting for my mom because she works in international business affairs, and I'm right outside the Bangladesh embassy and the Ghanaian embassy. So it's like this is the embassy of Bangladesh. You can see the gate closing because a diplomat just came out, and then this is the embassy of Ghana. So yeah, pretty cool stuff in downtown Washington D.C. But you're here for a locals report, right? Right. So last night played played my boy Roosevelt Royals again. We put in an extra a copy of King of Knights Alfred. Helped out a ton, I would have to say. So I played too early, two King of Knights for Soul Saver. Alfred early was surprisingly very effective in my matchups today or yesterday. So pretty good. And so round one played against OTT. When after Thursday I went home. I tested out some things over the weekend and whatnot. Just try to figure out some stuff I could do better in the matchup. Work on my formations with Royals. Just basically just work on things with the Royal Paladin deck. And ended up happening was I played against OTT. I got some really good early pressure off. You got to get early pressure against OTT. I can't play the long game with them. Sorry, my mom's there. So can't play the long game with them. So that happened. Got double credit 3 damage game one. Not too happy about that. Even though I got early pressure, I pushed him to like 4 or 5. Then he dropped his hand. Did the whole. He stacked 3 cards at the bottom, then draw shack double crit. Then game two, I got off early pressure, but he had multiple draws, and then started healing off a lot of his damage, and basically nullified my rush and my pressure through just some trigger checks, and ended up playing the long game, survived the Soul Save return, and deered me for game. Stacked 2 crits on top, couldn't do much. Then round 2 played against Black Steve. Black Steve playing Novas. I beat him 2-0. He really just couldn't get too much off with them, and I kind of just overwhelmed him with pressure and being able to use Blaster Blade skill to retire. And then, sorry, that was my mom waving to me. She's going into the embassy, as you can see. Whatchamacallit. So then, yeah, he couldn't really do much. Was retiring with Blaster Blade, pretty effectively, and then I Soul Sabered him. Pretty much the story of both games. He just really couldn't, even though he did push me to 5 sometimes. A damage trigger really kind of, a damage trigger on 5, really kind of just faulted away his, potential for a kill turn. The game was really close, more or less, because I had like 4 grade 3s in my hand, so I didn't have too much shielding to begin with, anyways. But damage to draw trigger on 5, and that really helped me salt away game 2. So then round 3 played against teammate Agel. He was using Nova Grapplers as well. That went 3 games. Game 1, he got off just way too much pressure. I couldn't. I didn't really have the defense to fight back. Had 2 grade 3s in hand. He got a really good turn off. Even though I healed on 6, he hit a front trigger and a draw trigger and broke through my 2 to pass. So yeah, but then games 2 and 3, I was able to basically come back in the same way. Got off some pressure, made some really good lanes, and did the whole royal thing. Mostly I kind of just focused on damage, but I also got rid of key rear guards like Maximum Riser and things of that nature. He wasn't really hitting, his draw triggers and front triggers at optimal times. But and I was able to thin out my deck, get some, establish a really solid board presence, and guard effectively against it. So Yep, and that was basically the story for both games, and then basically the story for both games, and just finish him off at 5 with some pretty potent lanes, so then round 4 played against boy 1 Mango. He was undefeated in the tournament. We're playing the final round. I beat him 2-0. He was playing Kagero, of course. Again, against Kagero, I don't want to play. I don't want to sit there and play and have them drop multiple waterfalls on me. So what I did was I just tried to pressure as best I can. Even though they do have the Berserk Dragon ride and they have bar and stuff to retire, generally I'm just like, well, I'm playing Royal Paladin, so I can fill my field back up. Not too bad, Akanes and things of that nature. So I was able to do that, both games, and I was just kind of just wailing on his Vanguard because he wasn't really building up a lot of advantage. I would try to block a little bit early, stay at around 2 damage, then I would be able to eat one waterfall and then block another one if another one came out. Sometimes if he had no counterblast available to him because he was trying to get rid of my board presence, I would just eat an Overlord attack, go to 3 and just save up guard, save up hand, and then continue to pressure him from that point on. So that's pretty much the story of both games, and both games basically kind of ended the same way. Was able to go in a Soul Saver while he was at 4 or 5 damage and close out the game there. So I ended up going 3-1, won my last 3 rounds. I placed second to Juan, even though I beat him in the final round, only because Black Steve dropped from the tournament, and due to his drop, my opponent win percentage was just slightly less than Juan's because his opponents, he didn't have anybody that dropped on him. So having someone drop, ruined my chance of getting first place at locals, but we ended 3-1, so pretty good. Not bad at all. Pretty happy with my performance with the Royal Paladin deck. So yeah, looking forward to going to Dice City Games in Wheaton, Maryland on Thursday for locals. Again, we're trying to get a community there, so if you are in the area, you're in the or if you just have the ability to drive, you can get if you take like the metro, you can get off at Wheaton Station, and it's it's just a very short walk, about a block away, up Georgia Avenue. So if you're around the area, definitely come through. So yeah, we're trying to get Vanguard to be great again around here. That's what we're trying to do. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be doing a collab with a brand new Vanguard YouTuber who is getting himself we're trying to get his clout up. My boy, he's a personal friend of mine, Alex the Ghosty. And I will definitely continue to try and promote his videos and put his name out there as well. So definitely follow my fan page, and I will link his fan page as well. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now see y'all later. Cardfight King, Aqua Life, baby. And we are out. Peace.